And the last one here. Let's just cover the whole thing with cheddar. And then one last row right there. First, let's take out the pizza.
Cooking on social media in 2022. A genre of content that has quickly become dominated not by people, actually trying to cook stuff, but by people making horrible, terrible recipes just to make people angry. Now, videos like this are nothing new. Rage baiting has been a thing for years now, but it's seriously starting to seem like you can't find a genuine cooking account on TikTok anymore. It's a similar sort of situation to like all of the Twitch streamers you might have been seeing on TikTok recently. The ones who give their daily routine and they're all the same thing. It's the same thing here. There's some weird factory out there pumping out these cooking channels with the sole purpose of tormenting the world with these awful recipes day in and day out. And the TikTok account, My Jane Brain, is a perfect example of this. I would try and prepare you for what you're about to witness, but I don't really think I can. Over the next several minutes, you will witness things that should never be done with food, ever. So, get ready for that. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
We're going to take out the center of our steak. I've been seeing this all over the internet.
I can already guarantee that that's a lie. Once you see what she's creating, you will know that there is absolutely no chance she saw this anywhere.
And place it into our hot pan. So we're going to take our egg and we're going to crack it into the center of the steak. Now we're going to take our mac and Cheetos all into the pan. Okay, but it needs some liquid to boil in, of course, because we need it to be cooked. So let's go ahead and dump some milk in here. Why is it doing that?
Why is it doing that? Because it probably knows on some sort of deep spiritual level that even though it is a slab of meat, this is not what it was meant for. The fact that a cow had to die to be cooked with an egg and mac and Cheeto pasta is a crime against the universe.
What's going on here? Of course, now we have to use the Cheeto sauce. What's going to be more red, the Cheetos or the steak? Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. I've never cooked a steak and mac and cheese in the same pot before. All right, now apparently this is the secret ingredient. We need some butter slices. We can't forget to season the steak. So apparently it just needs a little bit of salt.
Yeah, just a touch. Just a few grains, if anything. I don't even know if you actually got any on the steak. You might want to put some more.
All right, before we flip it, let's take a look. Okay, it's actually kind of cooking. I don't know if the egg is gonna stand, but we're gonna do it fast. 1, 2. It actually cooked on this side.
Cook is a real generous term in this situation. When your steak is still the color of the surrounding mac and Cheeto pasta, it might not be cooked. Okay.
Let's see what the finished product looks like. I'm not giving this a gold star yet. Okay, it's ready. Let's get this bad boy out and onto the plate. And of course, we can't forget the pasta on the side here. Do we think the steak is cooked? I really hope so. Okay, I did not think this was gonna turn out, but it's actually looking pretty good right now. Let's see how it's cooked. Let's take a look. What do we think? That's not bad.
Yeah, it is. Actually, I wasn't really worried about the steak not being cooked. I'm more worried about, the fact that you cooked it with an egg in the middle and mac and Cheeto pasta. Are we really just moving past that this quickly? It's even more frustrating because I know exactly how this video came to be. These people were just walking around Walmart thinking, okay, what's the most outrageous thing we can cook in the same pan as a steak? And they saw some hot Cheeto pasta and the rest is history.
And let's take a look at the egg. Okay, but does it taste good? You're very optimistic about this, so. Okay. That's actually good.
Yeah, maybe stick to the cooking, Jane, because acting doesn't. Not a fan.
Place our ramen noodle into the dish. And the last one here. Let's start off with a little bit of matzah. Let's just cover the whole thing with cheddar. Let's get these open. Scissors. So sprinkle these packets all the way across. We're gonna take our tomato sauce.
Alright guys, I'm gonna try to make it through this, but for some reason, this video makes me feel genuinely sick. I really don't know what it is, but something about this recipe makes me want to throw up, so I'll try my best.
Pour this all the way around the edges, and then through the center, and then one last row right there. I like a lot of pepperoni on mine, so I'm just gonna put that all the way across. A couple more here. Wonderful. And to top it off here, we're just gonna go back in with the mozzarella. All right, I like the looks of that.
I don't.
If pizza isn't your thing, you're gonna love this. We're going to pour in some heavy cream, place our butter slices right on top, season it with some salt. Of course, cannot forget the black pepper, Parmesan cheese. Just throw the whole bowl in because there's no such thing as too much cheese. I would be banned from the Italian community if I didn't put garlic in
I
here.
think you should be banned from every community for making these videos. And I think you were already banned from the Italian community when you called that absolute monstrosity you showed before this a pizza.
First, let's take out the pizza. And for the pizza haters, if you're out there, Alfredo. Okay. You can't tell me this doesn't look delicious. The noodles are perfectly cooked. Let's get out a whole slice like you would a pizza. Okay, come on. Slide that down. What a match made in heaven. Okay, let's take a bite.
I'm sorry, but I seriously cannot watch a person eat this. I don't know why this is messing with me so bad, but this might be the nastiest recipe I've ever seen. Prepackaged ramen noodles should only be used to make one thing, and that's prepackaged ramen noodles.
We're gonna place our beef burrito into the baking dish. We're gonna chop the end off of our queso all the way across our burritos. We're gonna take some enchilada sauce and we're gonna pour it all the way across. And then we're going to spread out the sauce so that it covers all of the burritos.
Nothing says quality home cooking quite like frozen burritos and prepackaged cheese and salsa. This is essentially a glorified Lunchable.
We've got a blend of Tex-Mex cheese. I don't know what kinds are in here. We're just gonna generously plop that on top. On top of the cheese, we're gonna sprinkle some fresh pico de gallo.
Alright, so this is where I began to think that this might just be a satire account, because, come on, pico de gallo, really? But then I thought back to my time working at Chick-fil-A where people would pull up with a straight face and order tortilla soup, so this is not out of the realm of possibility.
Oh man, it smells so good. This dish could feed the whole family. Okay, we need some toppings for this casserole, so let's grab some tortilla chips and we're just gonna crush them up and just place them all over. Fresh sour cream. So let's give that a scoop. And lastly, we've got some guacamole here. Place it right in. You wanna get right in between. See that burrito come all the way out? All right, let's give this a try. I'm excited for this one.
I mean, to be completely honest, it's probably not terrible, but can you really call this cooking? I mean, this is hardly a recipe. I guess everybody has their own definition, but this is more like preparing to me rather than cooking. This is just a bunch of pre-made ingredients on top of a frozen burrito. I just don't think this can really qualify as cooking. Does it work? I mean, maybe, I guess. I don't think I'd eat this, but either way, it is definitely not cooking in my book. Well, there you have it. 4 recipes to just completely ruin your day. You're welcome. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a satire account or no? To be honest, I think it's kind of a mixture. Doesn't excuse it from being terrible, though. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.
Subscribe.